Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 13th Annual Gateshead Awards. I'm Peter Darrant-Parks, and I'm delighted to be your compere for this prestigious occasion. Now, the Gateshead Awards recognises the dedication of volunteers, carers and individuals who go out of their way to make the borough of Gateshead a better place to live, work and visit. Now, we'd usually all get together to celebrate this fantastic evening here at the Gateshead Civic Centre. However, due to COVID-19, we wanted to make sure that people could watch the awards in a safe way. And by having our first virtual ceremony, we can have as many people as watching as possible with us this evening. Now, to make it a little bit more special, each of the shortlisted nominees will have received a little treat box supplied from a local business in Gateshead called Enjoy Bakes in Sunnyside. I'd like to thank Joy at Enjoy Bakes for assisting us with a huge order of cakes and treats. Though, Joy, you forgot mine. I'm here in the studio with nothing, love. I'll have to pop round for a nice finger later. Now, it's great to see so many people join us this evening. All our nominees are truly inspirational, as you can see from the running order, which, if you haven't already seen, is the link on this YouTube page. And it was also sent out to each of the shortlisted nominations. These awards are always a great celebration of people going above and beyond for the people of Gateshead. And it's fitting that we can host an evening to recognise all the hard work that you do. And this year, more than ever, it's fantastic that we're able to celebrate how people can help others and make a real difference to their lives. Tonight, we'll be presenting awards in the following 10 categories: Volunteer of the Year, Voluntary or Charitable Organisation of the Year, Young Achiever of the Year, Carer of the Year, Sports Club of the Year, the Maureen Chaplin Sports Achiever of the Year, Music or Musician of the Year, Business of the Year, Armed Forces Community Achiever of the Year, and Lifetime Achievement. Each winner will be presented with a glass paperweight created specifically for this event by Jane Charles, who's an award-winning glass artist based here in the Northeast. And the piece contains the colours of the Gateshead Awards and will hopefully be a lovely reminder of our winners' achievements. Now, I'd like to point out at this stage, we do have slightly more shortlisted nominations for each category this year. This is due to the fact that last year in 2020, we'd already shortlisted for each category before the event had to be cancelled. So we've included them in the shortlist for this year. Now, as you will see, we have a music or musician category this year. So I'm delighted to say that throughout the evening, we'll be sharing some fantastic musical performances before we announce the winner. I'm sure once you've heard these nominations, you'll understand why they're worthy nominees and worthy winners. First up, it's Orchestra, a band made up mostly of autistic musicians, which promotes the creativity of music to help young people thrive. It provides a social environment which encourages the young people to share their talents, and the group have performed nationally and internationally. Please put your hands together for Orchestra.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spend it up. Go out and smash it. Like, oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's kick it off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down, go out, just visit all. I feel stressed out and wanna let it go. There's a way out
that tonight's gonna be a good night, that tonight's gonna be a good night, that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Wow, that was brilliant. Thank you to Orchestra. What a great way to get our presentations underway. So let's begin. I want to wish you all the best of luck and hope you have an enjoyable evening. The first award of the evening is for Volunteer of the Year. I'd like to invite the Mayor of Gateshead, Councillor Dot Burnett, to present this award on behalf of Go North East, our sponsors for this category.
1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone. Unfortunately, due to extremely busy schedules, we're unable to be joined by anyone from Go North East, who are the sponsors for the Volunteer of the Year category, but I'm delighted to be able to present this award on their behalf. The Volunteer of the Year award was created to recognise a volunteer who has made an exceptionally contribution to their community. This category alone is probably the most difficult category to shortlist, as we receive a huge amount of nominations from people that volunteers have usually helped and worked with, which is an absolute testament to the level of commitment and dedication of the volunteer. It also highlights how lucky we are within Gateshead to have so many outstanding volunteers going out of their way to help others who need some support and guidance. Over the last 15 months, we've experienced some very difficult times due to COVID-19 pandemic. And whilst those months have been very challenging for us all, I think it's raised the profile of our volunteers massively and also shown us just how important these very, very special people are within our society. To me, it's a privilege for me to announce these nominees who have been shortlisted for the Volunteer of the Year category. They are Charlie Rutland, Jane Thwaite, Kath Hayward, Steve Duncan, Susan Young, Tarek Eldalgani, and Victoria Crawford. And the winner is Victoria Crawford. Victoria was nominated for the various roles she took within her local community when her hairdressing salon was forced to close during the pandemic. She has supported the local food banks, collecting and dropping off supplies and using her salon as storage for food parcels. Congratulations, Victoria. Well done. Thank you.
Congratulations there, Victoria. Now, the next award is for Voluntary or Charitable Organisation of the Year. I'd like to ask Jim Beecham from Tarmac to present this award. Jim, are you there? Oh, the tech seems to have failed us, Jim, at Tarmac, so let me read out what you were going to say. It's almost as if I knew. The Voluntary Charitable Organisation of the Year category is awarded to an organisation that has made a valuable contribution to the community of Gateshead. Now, they received a huge range of nominations within this category, with some organisations receiving multiple nominations, which highlights the impact that they're able to make within their local and community surroundings. The level of support of some of the shortlisted organisations are able to offer the local people of Gateshead is second to none. Reaching people often when they're struggling the most, the positive impact and legacy that they're able to leave on individuals is simply astonishing. We should all be very proud of the voluntary and charitable organisations within Gateshead. Now, Tarmac has been working with Gateshead Council for over 50 years, supporting local food banks and carrying out charitable works in the area. They're therefore felt to give more back to the community that they live in and work in, and Tarmac wanted to do something with the category winner that was more than a one-night celebration. Tarmac felt that the charitable organisation best fits this remit, and they'll be contacting the winner next week to see how they can provide help and assistance going forward. That's fantastic. Now, the shortlisted nominations in this category are Age UK Gateshead, Brighton Righton, Dunstan Help for Families, Felling Food Network, Gateshead Young Women's Outreach Project, Harvest and Help, and Inspiration Drumline. And the winner is Dunstan Help for Families. This organisation was established in the height of the pandemic to support local people who were really struggling. They received many nominations for Dunstan Help for Families, which just highlights how much people have appreciated their support. Well done to everyone at Dunstan Help for Families. Congratulations there. Now we're going to take a small break in proceedings and showcase another piece of music, one from our nominees. Please welcome a short clip from our nominee, Lynn Bloxham, who is the chair of the Charity Community Music Wickham and Swalwell. It's my mic off. Oh, right, that's okay. I thought it was on. Right, so we don't think we've got Gary Haley. So am I doing Gary, do you think?
Chair, to be publicly for their hard work. Thank you.
Well done, Lynn. What a fantastic video there. And apologies if we had a few tech issues through there, but we're doing it live and it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Our next award is for the Young Achiever of the Year. Now, at this point, I was going to introduce Councillor Gary Haley, Cabinet Member for Children and Young People, to present the award, but the text failed us there, hasn't it? So I'm going to read it out, which is great. And I'm going to pretend to be Gary. I don't know what his voice sounds like, but I'm delighted to be able to present this award tonight. As Cabinet Member for Children and Young People, it's a pleasure to see the younger generation come forward to help improve communities across Gateshead. And it's fantastic to see the dedication and commitment of our nominees who are thoroughly deserving of this award. Each of the nominees have done very different things. However, they've all made a significant contribution to the borough. I'm always incredibly proud to learn about the incredible young people we have within Gateshead, and I hope that the work they do inspires other younger generations to do the same, to make a difference to where they live. So on behalf of Gateshead Council, it's a pleasure to be able to present this award. The shortlisted nominations are Dylan Simpson, Jack Wilkinson, Morgan Harwood, Jennifer Wilson and Tom Jackson, and Freya Endner and Sophie Adams. And the winner is Jack Wilkinson. Jack's nomination received just short of 1,000 votes during the public voting window, and at only 9 years old at the time, he walked 1 million steps in a month to help raise money for a child called Freddie, who really needed a power-assisted device, which turned into an electric trike, which is amazing. Well done to all of the shortlisted nominations in this category, and well done to Jack as well. Congratulations, Jack. Now, our next award is for the Carer of the Year, and hopefully at the end of the phone, it's going to be Helen Atkinson from Metro Centre to present this award. Are you there, Helen? Please say yes.
I am, Peter. Thank you.
Hooray!
3 in 5 of us will be a carer at some point in our lifetime. This is a fantastic opportunity to recognise some of the incredible people already helping a family member or friend in Gateshead. Metro Centre is delighted to be able to sponsor the Carer of the Year Awards tonight and to be able to recognise some of the incredible work people do within the heart of Gateshead. Whether it be that you are caring for a loved one or work within the care sector, the level of kindness and compassion that is shown from our carers is second to none. And whilst I'm sure there are days those that care for someone might find it challenging, I'm sure we can all appreciate just how rewarding it can also be. We've had some amazing nominations within this category, and I know that the shortlisting panel found it extremely difficult to shortlist just a few. So the shortlisted nominations for Carer of the Year are Adele Davies and Joy Bell, Janice Young, Kirsty Ranson and Owen Turnbull. I'm delighted to announce that the winner is Owen Turnbull. Owen tirelessly cared for his wife, who suffered from dementia for 5 years before she sadly passed away. At the same time as providing care for his wife, Owen also took part in the Hen Power project to help others understand the challenges of living with someone who has dementia. A huge congratulations to Owen.
Now it's time for another of our music groups to showcase their talents. Please welcome a video clip from Gateshead Care Home Choir.
Come true, tick tock, there's an
Well done, Gateshead Care Home Choir there. Another brilliant video clip as well. Now back to the formal presentations, and our next award is Sports Club of the Year. Now, I was going to ask Councillor Malcolm Brain, Cabinet Member for Economy, to present this award, but we can't find him either. So luckily, I know exactly what he's going to say. As everyone knows, Gateshead has a rich sporting heritage. The time, effort and passion put into sport across Gateshead at grassroots level is hugely important within local communities. Over the last 16 months, sport has played a huge part in society, helping to create a distraction from the rest of the world recently, but also providing a focus for many of us, and indicators also show that sport and physical activity plays a massive part in helping out our mental health. Sport has kept many of us going over recent times, and it's incredibly important that we keep the clubs going for everyone to be able to enjoy. Now, the work that the sports clubs have put in their local communities has played a huge part in helping to improve Gateshead and their local areas. Not only getting children involved, but also adults of many ages all play their parts within each club, whether it be a coaching role, administration, or grounds improvement role. It all helps to make a club what it is today. Clubs rely on so many people, and it's important to recognise every single person related to each club. So I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to every single one of you who plays a part within your local club. And the shortlisted nominations for Sports Club of the Year are Gateshead Harriers, Gateshead Under-13s football team, Leam Rangers Football Club, the Red Kite Runners, Wickham Cricket Club. And the winner is Leam Rangers Football Club. Now, congratulations to Leam Rangers Football Club, who were nominated for providing a great environment for grassroots football. Volunteers have ensured that the ground is to a standard to support their ambition to achieve Northern League football, as well as supporting younger children during the pandemic. Well done. Now on to our next award, which was first presented in 2010 in recognition of Gateshead's former mayor, Maureen Chaplin, who sadly passed away in 2009. Sport has always been a very important part of family life in the Chaplin household, and their award is a fitting and lasting tribute to Maureen. Maureen herself was a young sports achiever in athletics and netball whilst a schoolgirl. Her husband Bob was a keen and talented footballer. They were also both incredibly supportive and encouraging of supporting their sporting endeavours of their daughters Jill and Julie. During her time as local councillor and particularly as Mayor of Gateshead, Maureen saw the positive benefits that engaging in sport can bring to young people. She absolutely loved to see young people taking part and enjoying sport. I'd like to ask the Chaplin family to present this award, along with Councillor Angela Douglas, Cabinet Member for Culture, Sport and Leisure.
Thank you, Peter. Being able to present this award with Jill is an absolute honour. As Peter mentioned, Maureen was an incredible woman and I had so much respect for her. Maureen was someone who loved sport, and the Chaplin family were all very much involved. It's so important to ensure that sport is available for everyone to enjoy. It was touched on earlier about how important taking part in sport can be when looking after our physical and mental well-being. Being active makes us feel good, and hearing about the nominees who have been shortlisted for this evening's award is really inspiring. To see the level of competition each of the nominees are working towards is incredible. So before I hand over to Jill to present the award, I'd like to wish Anthony, Luke and Mary the very best of luck.
Thanks, Angela. That was lovely. It's a real honour to support this award, which, as you say, is a lovely tribute to a well-loved and respected Mayor of Gateshead. and also our lovely mum and wife of my dad. Shortlisted nominees in this category are Anthony, I think it's Anthony, not Anthony, hope I've got that right, Forrester, Luke Tucker and Mary Butler. And the winner is Mary Butler. Well done, Mary.
Special thanks there to Jill Chaplin for assisting with the presentation of the Maureen Chaplin Sports Achiever Award. Well done to Mary also. Now for our penultimate music performance, please welcome a short video clip from Gateshead Musical Theatre Company. Another wonderful clip there showcasing so many different talents. Well done to Gateshead Musical Theatre Company. Now moving back onto the categories, we now have a new category which was created from last year's awards. However, it's the first time it's been presented. I'd like to introduce Louise White from High Hubs to present the business in the Community Award. Louise, are you there?
I'm here.
Hooray! What are your scores, please? It's like Eurovision, this. Have you frozen?
Good evening, everyone.
Please?
On behalf of High Hopes, I'm delighted to be here this evening to present the... Am I frozen? Hello?
Carry on, Louise, carry on. We can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
I'm delighted to be here this evening to present the Business in the Community Award. The Business in the Community Award is awarded to a business that makes a positive contribution to community life, either through their community action, helping the environment, or improving the welfare of local residents. Each of the shortlisted businesses this year have all made a huge impact on the local areas close to them, and more so stepping up that little bit further during the more challenging times we have all found ourselves in. Being able to contribute to a local community is extremely important, and being able to help those who need some extra support has been vital, and more so recently. At High Hubs, we are a collection of business centres that promote community, collaboration and co-working across the North East. It was only fitting that we sponsored this category, as this is the exact reason why the following businesses have been shortlisted. It's been truly inspiring to read the nominations that were received for each of the businesses, and I'd like to wish each of the shortlisted nominations the very best of luck. The shortlisted nominations for Business in the Community Award are Hunger Hangout, Inspired Support, The Open House and Spare Room, Post House Chippy, and The Pickle Palace. The winner for the category of Business in the Community Award is Hunger Hangout. Despite being a new business and the COVID pandemic hit us, the cafe has gone above and beyond to help their local community. Also working in partnership with Dunstan Help for Families, they have provided free meals to those who needed them most, and also they have provided celebratory occasions to help the community come together during a very challenging and frustrating time. Well done to a thoroughly deserving business.
Thank you very much, Louise, there for joining us. Now we have another new category, the Armed Forces Community Achiever Award. Now, this was going to be introduced by Councillor Stuart Green, Armed Forces Champion, who was going to also present the award, but sadly we don't have him at the moment, so you've got me again. Now, a few years ago, it was mentioned, so Councillor Green has written, that we didn't have any sort of awards to highlight the hard work that our incredible armed forces do within our communities. So I'm delighted to see that Gateshead was able to create a category to reflect this. The Armed Forces community within Gateshead plays a huge part within the local areas, not only assisting with veterans who are seeking some help following their departure from the services, but also to support the families of those in the armed forces and improve their local areas through community events. They really do play an invaluable part within our borough. As the Armed Forces Champion within Gateshead, I'm incredibly proud of the achievements of each of the nominees. Individually, they help and assist people who require their support. As a group, they create an environment where those veterans who need help can access it and have the right support to come back into society with opportunities they may not have expected or know about. We are learning and making improvements on a regular basis when it comes to supporting veterans, and with the support of our Armed Forces Network Group, we're helping to build futures for those who have served their country. I couldn't finish my words, Councillor Green was going to say this evening, without an acknowledgement which isn't of the usual sort during this evening of celebration. However, it's something that I felt I needed to share with you. Some of you here may be aware that we sadly lost one of our nominees earlier this year. Mick Downworth was one of our outreach workers, working with Gateshead and also South Tyneside to provide support and advice to those former armed service veterans who needed help. I know the nomination that we received from Mick was from a partner of a gentleman who Mick helped. She was so grateful for the opportunities that Mick was able to provide for him, making a difference not only to his own life, but his wider family. And she wanted to show her own thanks and tribute to Mick. Sadly, Mick is no longer with us. I sincerely hope that he is at peace now, and on behalf of Gateshead Council, Mick's colleagues, and also everyone here in the audience, I'd like to offer our condolences to Mick's partner Claire, who is part of the audience here this evening. I appreciate that this must be an incredibly difficult time for your family, Claire, but I also hope that the nomination for Mick and the thoughts of his colleagues and friends have helped to bring some comfort to you all. The shortlisted nominations for the Armed Forces in the Community Awards are Lindsay Cordner, Mick Downworth, Val Hempsey, Vince Owen, Peter Moody. And the winner is Val Hempsey. Val has pioneered the data collection of ex-service men and women within the local area. Her coding on GP referral forms is now seen as best practice, and it has enabled to the clinical commissioning group to target their resources for the armed forces effectively. Val's dedication has improved the welfare of many veterans within the borough. A huge congratulations to Val. Well done there. Congratulations to you all for being nominated as well. And we now have our last music performance before we announce the winner of the category. We have a video performance of a track called Affirmation, which has been written, composed and performed by Philip Alexander, who is one of the tutors with Side by Side Arts. What a beautiful piece of music there from Philip Alexander. Now, we've heard from all our nominees in the Music of the Year category. So I'd like to invite Leanne Porteous from Northgate Vehicle Hire to present this award. Leanne.
Hi, I'm delighted to be presenting this award on behalf of Northgate. Northgate and Gateshead Council have enjoyed a long partnership over many years. We supply a lot of Gateshead's commercial vehicles, which are used by the council to deliver its many services to the community. Music has the power to bring people together and help those who take part to overcome many different challenges. Our nominees for this category certainly prove this is the case. The shortlisted nominations are Orchestra, Gateshead Care Home Choir, Gateshead Musical Theatre Company, Lynn Bloxham and Side by Side Arts. And the winner is Gateshead Care Home Choir. Gateshead Care Home Choir encourages older people to explore their creativity, made up of over 75 care staff and residents who suffer with dementia. The choir meet regularly with professional musicians to rehearse well-known songs, similar to the one included in the video clip we saw earlier, and also create new songs based on their experience. Congratulations to Gateshead Care Home Choir.
Thank you, Leanne. Congratulations there to Gateshead Care Home Choir. Now, we've reached our final category, which is the Lifetime Achievement Award. This category is decided during the shortlisting panel meeting and doesn't come down to the public vote. The winners of this award have shown a true passion and dedication to Gateshead over a long period of time. I'd like to invite John Collins from Gateshead Regeneration Partnership to present the awards, and Councillor Martin Gannon, leader of Gateshead Council, to say a few words about our winners. John, over to you.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, I was on mute a second. Gateshead Regeneration Partnership is a joint venture development vehicle which works with partner organisations, Gateshead Council, Vistry Partnerships and Home Group to deliver the local authority's ambitious vision for exemplary future homes and development. Initially proposed as a 20-year development programme, it will eventually see over 350 million invested by the partners into the borough, developing over 2,400 bespoke new homes, community facilities and public spaces to promote sustainable, long-lasting communities. Working across the borough from Berkeley to Chopwell in the west, we see an overwhelmingly high sense of pride in the region, which people have in their communities, and the hard work that they do for others. As a development vehicle which was created ultimately to serve Gateshead, and one I've worked for nearly 5 years now, I can personally say that it's a privilege to work with the community and to be presenting this award. The two nominations that we've received for this have been chosen for the Lifetime Achievement Award this year. For the dedication that they've shown has been incredible. They are David Stokes and Janet Walton. I'd now like to hand over to Councillor Martin Gannon, leader of Gateshead Council, to say a few words about the deserving winners.
Thank you, John. Unfortunately, the technology hasn't cut me out, so I'm afraid you lumbered with me. Anyway, thank you, John. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a few words about our Lifetime Achievement Award winners who have dedicated a long period of their lives to helping the people of Gateshead. First, David Stokes. David is a resident of Gateshead and has been a scout volunteer across Great Gateshead and Wickham, and then later in Blaydon and across County Durham for over 30 years. He's had a number of roles, but in the last 12 months, before stepping down from his role as County Commissioner, he's been organising a scouting at home for all young people across Gateshead and County Durham. This allows them to access to mental health, wellbeing activities, and to be able to develop skills for life. He's also been instrumental in managing changes that have allowed young people in Gateshead to have an active role in helping to shape the future of scouting. David has given selfless service to the adults in scouting, doing lots of their training and also being on hand to give support and advice to everyone who needs it. Second, Janet Walton. Janet has been involved in the Winlayton Centre for at least the last 20 years. Starting as a young mother, she became involved in running the toddler group, then moved on to volunteering on the committee before given the role as centre manager about 8 years ago. Janet has devoted her life to making sure that the centre is a welcoming, busy community centre serving the local community. There's nothing she won't turn her hand to. She has encouraged people to join in with activities, make grant applications, the incredibly difficult task of negotiating with the council. Janet is frequently found at the centre, even on her days off. If something is needed, Janet has always been there to do it. During the pandemic, Janet has been a tower of strength, enabling the centre to become one of Gateshead's community hubs, supporting our most vulnerable residents. Janet has a vision for the centre, that it should serve the weakest and those struggling, as well as being a pleasant base for the many traditional community groups, and also serve as a large sports hall. I'm sure you'll all agree that David and Janet are not only inspirational, but fantastic role models, and could we congratulate both Janet and David for their lifetime contribution to supporting Gateshead.
There you are, fantastic. Two worthy winners of the Lifetime Achievement Award there, David and Janet. Well, that concludes this evening's presentations. I'd like to congratulate not only the winners, but everyone who has been nominated and shortlisted for a Gateshead Award. The Mayor of Gateshead, Councillor Dot Burnett, would like to say a few words before we bring formal proceedings to a close. Madam Mayor, over to you. We need to unmute you, Madam Mayor, please, if you wouldn't mind. There you go.
Thank you.
Hear you now. Go on.
IT problems. Thank you, Peter. Well, I'm sure you'll agree that there have been truly inspirational people receiving awards this evening. I'd personally like to congratulate each and every one of you who were shortlisted for the Gateshead Awards. This year we received over 5,000 votes for those of you who were shortlisted this evening, which is fairly remarkable. Thank you to everyone who took the time to vote for our awards. It's an honour for me to see so many people who do so much for Gateshead. So on behalf of everyone here at Gateshead Council and our sponsors this evening, thank you very much. Your dedication and commitment improves the lives of local people and makes Gateshead a better place to live and to work and to visit. The month of June coincides with the Volunteers Month, and it's very apt to have these awards in June to reflect the many volunteers such as yourselves here this evening, and to be able to celebrate the amazing work that you all do to help make Gateshead great. I'd like to thank Peter Darren Parks, who's been a fantastic compere for this evening. It's been great to have you involved with our awards, Peter. And thank you for stepping in for the presentations of the awards that weren't possible by the Cabinet Ministers, our Cabinet people, because of the IT problems that we've had. I'd also like to thank the Chaplain family, Bob, Julie and Jill, for their continued support to Gateshead Awards, and particularly thanks to Jill for helping to present the Maureen Chappell Young Sports Achiever Award. I hope Bob and Julie have enjoyed watching this evening, whilst Jill assisted with the presentations. To the musical groups, thank you for your performances this evening. They were all so different, yet all so fabulous. Finally, I'd like to thank our sponsors for this evening. It's been great to involve the wider Gateshead family in these awards, and with your continued support, we know that the evenings such as this will go from strength to strength. The Gateshead Awards are a fantastic opportunity to recognise people across the borough who go out of their way to help others and to support their community. We all know who these people are, and we are very grateful and have amazing admiration for all of our nominees, and would like to congratulate our winners once again. The last year and a half has shown more than ever what can be achieved if we pull together. I'm very proud that we are once again able to host these awards to celebrate all those who go the extra mile to help others. I'm looking forward to meeting the winners of the awards during the actual presentation of your awards in person, and I hope that I'll be able to meet as many of you as I can during my term in office too. Good luck, congratulations, and thank you again on behalf of Gateshead Council. Good night.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. And that concludes this evening. Thank you all for being a fantastic audience. Thanks also go to the Council's IT and Graphics Department, who like swans have been graceful on top, but peddling like mad underneath to make sure this goes ahead. So a big thank you to Stuart and Mark, and also to Catherine for looking after me as well. Just a quick note to let you know that all the shortlisted nominations will be sent a certificate in the post, and also that the Mayor's office will be in touch with the winners in due course to arrange for you to receive your awards and certificates also. I think they're turning the lights out on me here. And that's it. Whilst tonight has in no way been the same as our usual evenings, I hope you all have enjoyed the virtual ceremony. I would normally say have a safe journey, but instead I'll say I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm off for a gin. Good luck, England. Thank you very much. Good night.
Bye.